Hey there, CIS102. Welcome to the official start of freezing in the office season. Down here in my dungeon office, it is currently 51 degrees and I am cold. So we'll get down to this before I am prevented from typing by how cold it is. For this session, what I'll tell you is you will notice in my IT lab that there is the Windows chapters, I think it's called chapters, C and D. They are on file management and getting around. What I wanted to do was lump together all of the Windows stuff so that it made more sense with chapters 5 and 6, talking about system software and talking about actually purchasing of a system. What I'll tell you for next week is what I'm doing is preparing for you a bunch of, I'm going to call it stuff, content. Some of them are going to be videos, some of them are going to be links, some of them are going to be podcasts or screen shares or what have you. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're starting to demolish a house next door or something. At any rate, because I know as we pull here into like computer buying frenzy season, for some of us it is, you know, going to be an opportune time to start thinking about buying a desktop or a laptop or what have you. Over at RVCCIS.info, if you haven't already signed or subscribed or taken a look over at RVCCIS Info at YouTube, it is me as well as some of our other CIS instructors, although mostly it's just me and Stephanie Washer, another CIS instructor, talking about things in general that have to do with computers and information systems. And over the last month, we've talked an awful lot about actually buying stuff because both Stephanie and I are looking to upgrade. This one here, my Mac, is 4 years old. And it's video edited its entire life, and video editing tends to be a tough way to live because what essentially happens is it spends all of its life really nice and cool, and all of a sudden, raw, the temperatures ramp way up. And something is becoming the matter with it. So part of me is contemplating replacing it, although for reasons we'll talk about in some of the videos you'll see next week, I'm not going to right away. But I digress. That was a huge digression, actually. So for this week, it is the C or parts C and D for Windows 10 training. Even if you have a Mac, you can do this because it is all actually through a virtual console in there. If anybody finds that they cannot do it because of their operating system, I'm looking at you, anybody who is still clinging to your Chromebook. This is not one of those assignments to try on your iPad either. A real operating system, and I'm sorry for all the other operating systems, but Windows and Mac really is the way to go here with that. Finally, what I'll mention here is this week what I've done is pulled back a little bit on the workload so that I can start pushing you all towards the quizzes in Eagle. Do remember that in total there are 8 of them. And you need to complete those between now and the end of the semester. So essentially, if you start now with chapters 1 and 2 or Word or something like that, you'll notice that I don't have due dates on there. I want you to be able to take these in whatever order that you would like. But what you will notice is if you take 2 a week from here to the end of the semester, that's all you need to do. And again, what I'm attempting to do with those is not ask trick questions. I am not asking, hopefully not asking anyway, things that you've already answered in my IT lab. What I'm trying to do is help you calibrate your vocabulary so that when you go to a future employer, you can demonstrate with the vocabulary first so that later you can demonstrate with your ability just how much you have gotten out of something like CIS 102. So that is it for this week, everybody. Session 10, chapters C and D or parts C and D in my IT lab, and take at least 2 of the quizzes in Eagle. Remember, you can get those off of the homepage right under the session materials as well. So have at 'em.